you all very much. Everybody sit down. Let me thank. I know I'm the person standing between you and the reason you all came here. So I know my role is to be quick and precise. 6 days to go. Man, 6 more days. By the way, this is the 6th recall effort since I became governor just 2.5 years ago. You can't even make that up. Isn't that amazing? 6th recall effort in just 2.5 years. This one, by the way, predates the pandemic. I hope you all remember this. The guy who is behind this recall, the CEO of this recall, was asked to clarify a position because we really wanted to understand what this was really about. And so we asked him, we said, sir, you made some statements that seemed a little bit, racist. You made some statements that were, not just anti-immigrant, but they were dehumanizing. You actually suggested that you believe that we should microchip all immigrants in the state of California. That's the CEO of this recall. The guy you see up on TV, the person that appears in your ballot book, he said, we want to microchip all immigrants. He says, because it works. And we said, no, hold on. And I want to be fair. I don't want anyone to accuse me of hyperbole. Celebrate diversity. Diversity's on the ballot, folks. Of not only in the world, the fate and future is in your hand. In the next 6 days, we have to turn out the vote and vote no on this Republican recall. Man. Now I know because Labor's in the House. I know you know a thing or two about getting out the vote. But now I'm going to ask you this. It's not just getting out the vote. It's turning in the vote by turning in these ballots. 22 million ballots dropped. And all mail-in elections. See, in California, we believe in the right to vote. You can't even believe I had to say that. Isn't it amazing? We're living in a moment in time where we're debating democracy. We're actually literally debating democracy in this country. The big lie, the insurrection on January 6th, all the voter suppression bills you're seeing in red states all across this country, and the whole idea that a constitutional right, the right to choice, the right to reproductive freedom, the rights of women now are under assault. What a remarkable moment it is in American history. But we have a chance and an opportunity to make history of our own here in the state of California by rejecting that cynicism, rejecting that fear, by rejecting that kind of divisiveness. California, we are better than that. We have the opportunity by voting no on this recall. We're better than that. We're better than that. I mean, this isn't even close. On the other side of this recall, if we're not successful in rejecting this recall, Larry Elder's going to be sworn in as your next governor. I want to sound like Obama, say, don't boo, vote. But Larry Elder's running away with it, guys. It's just a matter of weeks. The only thing stopping that from happening is each and every one of you. In a matter of weeks, Larry Elder could be sworn in as the next governor. I want you to know a little bit about him. And the vice president, I know she's here. I want her to know a little bit more about him. She knows plenty about him. You'll hear that in a moment. But I want folks to understand really what the stakes are. Here we are in a moment in our history. Not only are we debating democracy, where you have these guys like Tucker Carlson going over Hungary, celebrating autocrats. You have these news magazines, Newsmax or One American News, all these networks, this echo chamber in this country, trying to dismantle what we hold dear. But we're also at a We've got someone by the name of Larry Elder that believes climate change is a myth, believes it's a crock, and believes the answer to climate change is increasing offshore oil drilling. That's his solution. Someone that doesn't even believe in the Clean Air Act. That's Larry Elder. Someone that celebrates just happened to women in Texas and is celebrating the prospect of overturning Roe v. Wade. And speaking of women, let's talk about Larry Elder's actually doesn't even believe women are as smart as men. Did you watch Kamala Harris, Senator Harris, cross-examine Bill Barr? Corporate tax. That's what we're up against. What kind of judges would Larry Elder appoint as governor of California? Who would he have appointed 10 months ago to replace Kamala Harris when she became vice president? What would that have done in Washington, D.C. today? Would there have been that last stimulus? Would there be Majority Leader Chuck Schumer? Think of the consequences. California, that's what's at stake. It's a matter of days. You have the opportunity to determine the fate and future of this state, and I would argue impact the fate and future of the United States of America. This is a consequential election. And I know Barbara Lee said it. We all told you, well, this is the most important election 2020, right? It was getting rid of Trump. And that was absolutely true. And you did that by getting rid of Donald Trump in November 2020. But Trumpism's still alive. Trumpism's not dead. It's alive in the big lie, the insurrection. That's the reality. And this is our moment to step up and step into that void and reject what's going on across this country, because in California, we're America fast forward. We are a point of pride. This is not only the fifth largest economy in the world, there's no Western democracy on the planet that's growing faster over the last 5 years than the state of California. We're the tentpole of the American job recovery. $80 billion operating surplus, Californians. Eat your heart out. Better health outcomes and better economic outcomes during this pandemic. Larry Elder wants to walk us on that same COVID cliff as Texas and Florida and Tennessee and Alabama and Georgia. He said, and I quote, this is his go-to. To get the crowd all riled up, this is what he says. He said the first thing he'll do after he gets sworn in, he said the first thing he'll do before his first cup of tea is he will sign an executive order eliminating mask wearing for our kids in public schools and eliminating vaccine verification for healthcare workers. Consider the consequences of that. Look what's going on across this country. Look at states that don't believe in science. I mean, look at what's happening in this country. Not just the public health, look how it's impacting our economic recovery. This is consequential. We said, I know there was an ad, people said it's a little hyperbolic, but I don't think it was, saying this election is a choice about life and death. It's true, California has among the lowest case rates in America and among the highest vaccination rates in America, because we believe in science, we believe in public health. We're not ideological, we're open to argument, interested in evidence. It's working, California. All of that's on the ballot. All of that is on the ballot in the next week. And so I want to just thank each and every one of you for everything you've done today, and I want to thank you for being here today. But more importantly, I want to thank you for the work that you'll be doing over the next 6 days. I want to thank you for knocking on doors. I want to thank you for text messaging, folks. I want to thank you for the emails you're going to send out. I want to thank you for all the phone calls and voicemails you're going to leave. I want to thank you for not leaving anything out on the field, because we're organizing the largest field campaign in California history because of your support, because of your advocacy. Because my name may appear on the ballot, but we're all on the ballot. Our principles, our values are on the ballot. Justice is on the ballot. Social justice is on the ballot. Economic justice is on the ballot. Environmental justice is on the ballot. California, this race matters. And I'm proud now to introduce to you my friend, your friend, someone you all know well, your hometown hero, the Vice President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris.